Hello everyone, I'm Laikhan from Air Cargo Update. Today we are here with Stanislas Brun, Chief Cargo Officer at Etihad Airways. Hi Stan, how are you?
Good evening. Very good, and you?
Great. So coming to my first question, with global air cargo demand experiencing shifts, how is Etihad Cargo adapting its fleet strategy to meet evolving market needs?
We need to look first at what is Etihad Airways is doing. Etihad Airways has a strong strategy of growth since we started in 2022, and for the next 10 years. It means that, today we have 115 airplanes. 5 of them are our own freighter, and we started to operate, an additional freighter with Atlas since month of August. We have opened, and we're opening, 31 new destinations in the world in the period of 1 year and a half, which is a very, dense program. And we see, a strong potential for 27, 28, 29. 26, it will be a consolidation year. We will open some station, but we are waiting some aircraft to continue our development. In the next 5 years from now, we'll have double our fleet, so we should be more than 230 aircraft. And we have right now, 10 A350 freighter on order, which should be delivered for the first one before the end of 2028.
Could you outline any recent or upcoming network expansion, especially into underserved markets in the Asia Pacific region, and what role does UAE plays as a hub in that?
We see that basically, since the beginning of the year, the market has really changed and shifted following, the implementation of some tariff. So what was mostly coming from China now is more dispersed, and you see, a big growth out of Vietnam. You see also, in all Southeast Asia, some development like in Cambodia, where we opened, our passenger aircraft, a month ago. And now we are all launching, a double freighter a week to be able to connect with our network. We are also, see some strong development in Thailand, which is very, a growth market. But overall, the market is doing good. We see a global growth. We are adapting and we are reactive. Our main origin in Asia are out of China, with our partnership with SF, what we have signed this year, out of Hong Kong and out of Vietnam, going to Abu Dhabi. And then after we have, Europe with London, then we have opened this year, East Midland, Amsterdam, which is more historic, Frankfurt and Paris.
So innovation is clearly a part of your offerings, for example, like a smart track real-time visibility. So what are the next major digital technology initiatives Etihad Cargo is rolling out to enhance customer experience?
So the first thing, it's important to look at Smart Track as a solution, because there is a hardware, which is, the system and the device, and what we develop on the top of it to be able, to track the shipment and to be able to anticipate the problem. This is developed through AI by our own, department. This will allow us, for instance, when you have a shipment coming in Abu Dhabi, on a belly flight, when you open the door, the temperature is increasing. We can let know, the handling agent before, if it's perishable, to come with a thermo blanket and to make sure, the shipment is not exceeding the temperature for more than 20 minutes, the time for the shipment to go to the warehouse. And this is definitely, what we are now developing and proposing to our customer. The next, development we are doing, I signed a MOU during, this fair, TIACA fair, with LOD, which is, a eVTOL, plane without any pilot, electrical, vertical takeoff, which is able to do 700 kilometers in terms of distance for a carry up to 250 kilos. And that will allow us to open a new product in the region where we'll do the same day departure, where we'll do the pickup, even if it's, quite far from Abu Dhabi, and, boarding the passenger or the freighter plane after securization of the cargo to reach the destination. For Pharma, for instance, or for urgent part when you are looking at aerospace, could be very useful. This is, the last development, we are launching now. At the same time, we have changed this year, our revenue management system, and we will change next year our CMS, which will allow us also to have, a better performance in the future, for the booking and the tracing of our shipments.
So the pharma and healthcare cold chain market continues to grow in the Middle East. How is Etihad positioning itself to capture this category, and what challenges do you foresee?
Like I mentioned, two things. Smart track is very important. Indeed, Abu Dhabi is developing the Pharma corridor. We have, signed tripartite, with Abu Dhabi to import the different shipments here and to be stored here and to dispatch them when needed. On the top of that, the new eVTOL we might have next year will help also, to support for this kind of strategy when there is a need of moving pharma. But, pharma is definitely in part of our development. We did plus 10% this year versus last year, and we'll continue, to invest on that. When you are looking, for instance, to our new warehouse, which is, trying at the moment being built on the Abu Dhabi airport, it will be 90,000 square meters. It will be all temperature control, and we'll have a very dedicated, cool zone with the different temperature needed to maintain, the pharma. Like you mentioned, pharma is definitely at the center of our strategy as perishable.
So in the context of supply chain disruptions, how is Etihad Cargo ensuring reliability and resilience in its service offering, for example, wide charter, trucking, or dual hub strategies?
So, first, it's important when you look at all the events worldwide to be always reactive and to be able to adapt to any situation. It's what we are doing. You can't imagine all the situation happening. What is important is to have the right person at the right level to take the decision and to be able to implement this decision. It's what I've implemented. For instance, at the moment I decided, to move Asia in two regions, South Asia and North Asia, is give, the capacity, for, the regional general manager to take the right decision when there is, a disruption in the region. We have also, we are growing also our control center here in Abu Dhabi to make sure also, the reactivity and the decision taking is there every day, because it's how we are able to settle the issues.
So what are Etihad Cargo's environmental or sustainability targets, and how do you plan to meet this?
At Etihad, we have one of the youngest fleets in the world. It's 8 years. Going with additional plane coming in the fleet in the next years, plus the 10-350, we will continue, to get a younger and younger fleet. We really believe that, keeping a young fleet will always, be one of the most sustainable methodology. Another methodology is indeed, the new warehouse, which will be definitely, better isolated and generating less CO2. And last but not least, like I mentioned to you, this collaboration with LOD, which will allow us, to have a sustainable vehicle to do quick last and first miles in UAE, Oman, and Qatar.
So how is Etihad Cargo leveraging Abu Dhabi and UAE's strategic location to strengthen their trade links across the Middle East, Africa, and Asia?
Etihad is a carrier of the UAE, and we will continue to be the carrier of the UAE. We make sure that, this pharma strategy is always, at the heart of our development, like the perishable, because, the perishable to nourish all the UAE is there, but there is also, more and more production of perishable in UAE need to be exported in winter, to Europe, for instance. So what is important is we'll make sure that in our strategy, like the digitalization, like the AI implementation, like the eVTOL, all that is, in line with the expectation of Abu Dhabi, because this is how we are able to be strong and directed to the same direction.
So coming to my last question, looking ahead 3 to 5 years, what would you say are the top strategic priorities for Etihad Cargo, and how will you measure success?
Again, we need to look at Etihad Airways. In the process, Etihad Airways will continue to develop because we'll have more than 230 airplanes, which also open new destinations. So we need to be more dense on the destination existing. We need to open new destination, and there will be more destination open probably, on the west and on the south and on the east. Which means that, when we will get the freighter and the additional freighter, we need to continue also to densify, our network, and we'll add new destination. Right now, I mean, we have 18 freighter, I mean, out of China to Abu Dhabi. We will look if we need to add additional. I want also, I mean, to make sure that, I mean, we are serving Africa probably with more capacity, and we are looking also to other destinations, but it's a bit early, and we need to see how the industry worldwide and the manufacturer will continue to evaluate.
But I think that is all. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
sir. Thank you.
Good evening.
Thank you.